we get this VOD that can be uploaded, and looks like maybe a tech pause is going to need to be called as Rossi has disconnected, unfortunately. Seems to be a little bit of a common theme here. Shouldn't matter too much. We hopefully should be getting into things quite quickly. But yeah, we'll see how things go.
We have to restart.
Okay.
Dio's computer made him reset, and he can't join back into the lobby.
Okay, we might have to restart.
He can't get back in. He can only join the lobby. He can't play the game.
Alright, we're gonna be going... Okay, you guys are hearing all of this, I think, but we will go to an intermission and we'll get this lobby set up, but we will be straight back as soon as we can. Alrighty, we are getting back into things, of course. Unfortunately, we had to reset that lobby, but we are quickly getting back into it. Of course, we're going to be able to talk about the comps a little bit more. I wasn't really talking too much about it. I was focusing more on the fact that Exsto Gaming is playing with, well, whatever Deadlock's name is. I don't know who that is. We're just going to call them Thousand Snakes or just Deadlock. We'll see how I feel. I'm not really too inclined to go either way. I guess I'll just do whatever my mind tells me in the moment. But yeah, but they're playing a Deadlock and a Neon, which is certainly interesting. And of course, on the other side of things, maybe a little bit more of a normal comp. In fact, yeah, aside from the fact that it has no Sentinel, I'd say it's pretty regular. Looks absolutely fine. And this time, of course, Rossi has loaded in alright, so we should be getting into things. Exsto Gaming, they're going to be starting on the defense, Overlooked on attack. And so, we'll have to see how this goes to see who can make their way into the grand finals of the Valor series this weekend. And I hope everyone's having a lovely night. Of course, the VCT is on as well for any of you die-hard Valorant fans that have left the VCT to come watch this community tournament here in OCE. We do say thank you to you. We do appreciate you guys supporting our region. A quick jump spot will reveal some early presence from Overlooked. Of course, that is Jippo, the one holding the spike. So, just a very slow pistol round to start here. And of course, playing double initiator with the Viper Brim will be a slower approach for the most part. They're going to try and make the most of that Viper wall to try and cause as much pressure across the map as they can. But for now, they will be contesting against a Deadlock on the B site. You can see that wall is up on B long. That has been spotted now. Will be removed. Of course, it was placed a little bit earlier, so its HP was dropping. But this will be a terribly difficult site to try and hold on to should they try and go through Hookah. Jodo Giraffe, a lot to do. And if he just keeps contacting forward, maybe he'll heal that trip and be able to deal with it. But there is two players in Hookah waiting for him. So you gotta wonder, when do Overlook start to hit that go button? There's 30 seconds remaining. They're gonna be sending that dog in towards Hookah, and Jordo is in so much trouble, but Ronan has come to support. Taking down both players, trying to fight forward, leaving Rossi alone on the site with so much to do. Ace over the top. He was excellent in his last series, and he's managed to convert as well. Overlooked. A great pistol round here, bringing it all the way down to Somboy in a 1 versus 5, looking for this flawless pistol, and that's what they will get. Jordo Giraffe to finish it off, to start us off here on Bind. I mean, I thought Kyun was in not Kyun, sorry, Jordo. I thought he was in a lot of trouble, but excellently played just to wait for that backup before he really went into that. A great reaction off the dog of Kyun as well to push together, even though that trip was triggered and he was in a hard place. Good teamwork, ends up coming out on top, and Overlooked, they're rewarded with a pistol round. So now, onto an eco for EXG, as does tend to happen when you lose the pistol. Rossi looking to get a little bit of early information, a little bit of early chip damage here, alongside Kyun. Jordo Giraffe will just fall back, hold the flank for now, but this does look fairly committed in towards the B site. Deadlock is here, of course. They're going to throw out that barrier mesh, but Ace has gone all the way past, but the right clicks of the Deadlock will hold them back. And what a flick from Hanzo. I mean, I was looking a little bit iffy for a second there. I was thinking maybe that Deadlock could do a little bit more damage, but it's actually going to settle for now in a 3v3 where Kyun has broken the back lines. And the response from Overlooked will be to fight forward. And the Dizzy sent out doesn't quite connect Somboy for that Sheriff, bringing this into an advantageous position. But Heinzu has been so good in this round, but now left all the way down to Jippo, the man with the rifle. Both players low HP ahead of him, and the blind once again doesn't quite connect. But the player that could see was removed, and spamming through the smoke, Jippo will clutch out. A close round there in an Angtai Eco. Overlooked. A little close for comfort, but they do come out on top. And maybe a little bit of unluckiness there for some of those blinds not to connect. The Dizzy takes a little while for that, whatever you call that goop, takes a little while for it to hit, but fortunately for Jeppo, the aim was good. He had the Vandal, and Overlooked will convert their anti-eco round. And thankfully for them, because they didn't invest too much, they are able to buy up some rifles for this. I believe it was 2 rifles, a bulldog, and some sheriffs. So definitely still a little bit of bite in this round. Could deal some damage. And once again, looks to be an early start towards the B site. Barrier mesh sent out on short. Self-blind there from EXG. It's not really going to bother Overlook too much. Ace just wants to fight on forward. The man with the Sheriff, and like I said, had an excellent map on Ascent just this minute ago. And what a grav net. Rossi rewarded with a kill. Ace just pulling that tag out. But Jippo, good with the trade. As I say that, it's going back and forth. In a 3 versus 3, and Jordo Giraffe in a tricky situation, and Kyun swinging out on his own. A dangerous fight to be taken. But he will be rewarded, as now Heinzu has to find this timing, has to find Kyun. He has, and now he can grab that spike as the rotates come over. An opportunity to TP if he wants to.
30 seconds left.
He does have a moment of safety. Only 25 seconds remaining in Fost. The coach of EXG coming in clutch there. As it was a bonus round at the end of the day, but once again, it came down to the wire. Definitely was a chance for Heinzu to maybe clutch that out, but it's not going to matter too much because, I mean, you look at the economy of Overlooked. It's not amazing by any means. This is definitely a must-win round, but they've got rifles across the board, and enough damage was dealt to the point that, you know, we're seeing a Stinger, a Guardian, a Judge. It's a little rough for Exto, but, I mean, Rossi with a Judge. It's a Neon player that can certainly deal some damage. And they're just going to be looking to hold on to onto showers here. Has that sonic sensor right in front of him. So if anyone's rushing in, it's going to be met with a stun and then a judge. So definitely a dangerous game you're playing if you're trying to push this, especially if you're contacting in. Blind will be sent out. That will reveal the positions of a few. As the nade is sent out, Rossi's in a tough place. Just going to have to slide out as the sonic sensor was cleared as well. Ace now working his way forward. Really good discipline on display, making sure that they're not caught in any traps. Well dealt with. So on the other side of things, Ronan holding down short, making sure no one's having any crazy swings as the rotates have really gone all the way over to A. They are convinced that it will be an A hit, and they'd mostly be right for the most part, EXG. Doesn't look like Overlooked looking to move anywhere.
Oh yeah!
Now the Thrash sent out. Rossi once again gonna have to fall back, detained on the back of site. As Ace looking to fill in the space off of the back of this Kyun, forced back, but players by his side. As Overlooked, they're coming out on top here. And Ace eventually will fall. It's just deadlock causing not a huge problem, but definitely a small problem here.
Last player standing.
But eventually will be dealt with by Heinzu. Peeking forward, 4-piece. And a great round from Overlooked. Holding strong. As, well, they seemed very, very much determined to fighting towards A, and even though that's where the stack was, they make it work, and, I mean, we didn't quite catch any of that. Heinzu, as you guys saw, had a huge round. Love to have seen what would have happened, but, sometimes you can't catch everything. And it's gonna send Exsto Gaming down to an eco round, so Overlooked. Great start here. Now, of course, they're going to be looking to extend this lead. As once again, EXG at the plate is just to try and fight forward, claim some shower space. But as they tap onto the orb, they're met with a volley of fire. So they will just relinquish a little bit of that control, a little bit of that forward space. As now the utility will come out to try and clear. The smoke has faded. A player has been spotted. And I mean, look at this from Overlooked. They are willing to invest so much, sending Ace in as Rossi trapped in the open, nowhere to go. It's just a smoke in the face of Overlooked now to try and hold them back, but it's not much. As Ace looks like he definitely wants to go fast, peeking forward, straight into the crosshair of this Raze player, this Duelist player, doing so much for Overlooked. As now, they're just going to pivot by the look of things. I mean, Heinzu's been holding this for quite a while. Does he realize there's a deadlock waiting here with the Bucky? If it gets a little bit overeager and doesn't wait for his teammates, this could get dangerous. There it is. Okay, I thought for a second that they might have been looking away. As now the Annihilation sent out as Jippo is being captured. His teammates, though, potentially here to try and bail him out. This deadlock ahead of it. Now the players are just fed straight to him, but Jordan Giraffe is aware. But now it's all down to Ace. A 1v2, only 10 seconds, and he's going to choose to TP the Seeker on his tail. But I don't think it knows that it can go through the TP, so this plant is going to come through at the last second. And Kyun is low on HP, and of course the Showstopper is available. Trailblazer going to be sent out just to try and scout out where Ace might be playing. It looks like for a second it was going in the right direction. But Ace might have the play of the game here, but with that spy cam being sent out, that's an opportunity, Ace! Kyun has so little HP, now popping the Showstopper. This would be crazy. 1 versus 4, he sends it out and it's perfect. Ace, what a play. The star player of Overlooked, continuing his reign, continuing into bind against Exsto. And he will not be denied. A great clutch there, once again, to extend Overlooked's lead. And I mean, I have to say, it was a great effort from the Deadlock player on EXG. The mystery player, we don't know who it is. But I mean, they made a good go of it. It was an eco round at the end of the day. You can't take that away from EXG, that they made that round that was, meant to be impossible. They weren't meant to win that. They made it look like it was possible. And now, moving into this gun round, Rossi, a little bit of aggression, pays off, Ronan removed. That's a big part of the team of Overlooked removed. No more brim smokes. That means that their exec power greatly reduced. And if you look at where the rest of the players are stationed, looks like they want to be going in towards this B site, and you need a little bit of exec power for this because there's 2 sentinels on the site. And they're going to be spotting those trips, and I mean, if Heinzu explores a little bit in towards Hookah, he might find out that there's a deadlock here as well. So yeah, just going to send in the Trailblazer. Heinzu going in off the back of that. He should hear this in a second. There it is. The Trailblazer gets a little bit extra info, and now Ace sent in, but Zomboy holding his ground. The Viper's Pit sent out, but immediately removed. Jippo left in the open. Foss coming in and making sure his team can get a flawless round. That's a great response from EXG. After that round, that eco round escaped them. The clutch of Ace, of course, that we saw. You come back with a flawless, and I mean, that's what you need. Now the economy, it's going to be stabilized a little bit. And actually, it's going to be the side of Overlooked. Heinzu having to buy a sheriff. A lot of these rounds have gotten quite close.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
So that's going to be a huge boost for EXG if they want to get back into this. Of course, we're still early on. Still have another 6 rounds to play this half. Could easily flip the script, especially if they continue on with this aggression. Rossi and Kyun doing a lot of work here. And they immediately place themselves with an advantage. Rossi sliding on forward. An iron grip on the spike as Heinzu, the man with the sheriff. Surely nothing you can do there. It's just gonna have to wait. I mean, you don't want to save this. You have to die. Either that, pick up a rifle, then maybe you save. But I mean, winning, that's a far dream away here. Excellent proactive play from Exsto to really catch Overlook off guard. We saw in their game earlier against Point Blank. Okay, hold that thought. That's a nice shot from Heinzu. Another one. Another headshot. Okay, 3 on the round. This is suddenly doable. It would be an ace clutch. Only with a sheriff. Zomboy waiting. Spotted. Okay, hold on, hold on. Heinzu is making a go of this.
30 seconds
Would
left.
have to be the ace. He's going into 2 sentinels worth of utility, but he might have just found the gap. But no, it will not be. Some great shots though. As maybe suddenly feeling a little bit of shock there if you were Exto Gaming. You're like, oh, we had the advantage. He's got a sheriff. Surely he doesn't shoot all of us in the head, but well, turns out he might be able to do just that. Let's take a look at those shots. We missed the first, but the follow-ups were so good. That long-range sheriff doing work. Of course, wasn't able to convert. But what I was saying earlier is that Overlooked, they were happy to play a very slow attacking side against Point Blank, and they were never really challenged anywhere. But here, EXG, they are ready to challenge, and look at this. Triple hold on Showers. The rest of the team of Overlooked is sending it onto the A site through short. But EXG are not relinquishing this control. We'll have to see how Overlooked deal with it. Maybe the choice is to fight forward, and that's what they've done. They've gotten some rifles. Heinzu's managed to get one with a judge a second even. What is this man doing? There's no way you should be getting away with that. A crazy amount of damage as well. And now it's a 1v2. TP going to be taken. That means the position will be known. And Ronan has this orbital strike. He's just going to fall back, stay alive, as Kyun now has a lot to do. I was going to say, it's a bit of an odd round, choosing to go through CT. But, I mean, it might be rewarded here. They've got the plant. They've got some good positions to play off of it. But the HP isn't quite there. Of course, for Kyun, would go down to 2 Vandal bullets as well. So, certainly danger on both sides. And the time is slowly ticking. Ace is just baiting, I would imagine, for Ronan. He swings out, and he will find the head of Kyun. The orbital strike wasted a little bit. But better safe than sorry. As Overlooked will put another round on the board, so nothing to worry about for them. I was saying, how will they react to this? Having a team fight them so hard on these extremities. But the reaction is great. Even though the orbital strike was invested from from fast. They pushed through it. Fortunately for them, they come out on top. In this round, this game, Heinzu is showing that some of these overlooked players, they are the real deal. It's not just a one-man team of Ace. All these players here to play in this tournament. It's always lovely to see that. Now we're seeing this tight angle being held as overlooked. They just walk into it. And they should know that there should be a trip waiting for them. They've seen it quite a few times. But they're not pushing the issue. They're just going to fall back. Barrier mesh is sent out. And overlooked are going to explore their options on the other side of the map. I believe Ronan did shoot a bullet there, so his position was known. And Rossi's going to be rotating over. I mean, look at the B side. Maybe a good thing that overlooked are not going into it, as it's quite the cluster of utility there. Fast has a judge here. He could deal a lot of damage, but blinded up by those Seekers. Shouldn't matter for now, though, as, well, Rossi's the one with this overdrive. He's going forward. All these players stunned. He's blinded for a moment, and Heinzu will bail them out. Now with the Viper's Pit, as Rossi's picked up a stinger. But the Viper's Pit doesn't bloom in time, and Somboy secures the trade. It all happens in an instant. Blink and you miss it. It's chaos incarnate on the site, but this time it will be Exto Gaming to come out on top. Close as ever, 4-5 now. As there is really no one with a clear advantage. I mean, Heinzu's doing a ton for his team. He's 17-7. He's looking like Ace was on Ascent. And I do keep talking about Overlooked since, of course, we just saw their last series. I mean, I don't know if you can call it best of one a series, but we saw their last match, and so that's all I'm going off. We haven't quite seen EXG at their full capability against other teams. Of course, looking at the scores at least, they were doing just as well as Overlooked were, as far as absolutely stomping their opponents. But here on Bind, it's looking like an even playing field between these two teams. So once again, they're going to be going straight into Deadlock utility, and the Annihilation now sent out. Somboy, I think, just got one through spam, or a quick shot peeking in and out behind that tube. Annihilation won't find any value, but the shot from Somboy certainly did. And it is just an eco. Well, it's sort of a weird half buy. I mean, it looks like Ace has a rifle, so we'll actually have to check up on that economic situation. It looks like Overlooked. I'm just going to be looking back over toward the A side. As, well, the position should be known as that Neural Theft does come out. Spike's actually still over towards B, so maybe this is all just a fake. But both Sentinels are just waiting, ready as ever. All their utility still available. As Overlooked are running all the way back. As we look to this Deadlock, still has the grab net. They're going to throw it out. A great timing, but Ace is flying forward onto the side, into the trips though, and Somboy's ready for it. But as I say that, Overlooked, they're landing some shots, but do they have the time? They do get the bomb down, and now Jippo has the thrash. He's sending it forward. Somboy will be detained. Can he get the spams? No, I believe Somboy will live to fight another day, but it is just a 2 versus 2. Jordo Giraffe has gotten one, leaving it all down to Somboy, the site anchor that's been here the whole time, as now the Trailblazer will reveal his position. He's stunned up, falls out, stays alive for now. Has so much utility still here, and he knows where Jippo is. He knows where that thrash came from, but the time has been ticking the whole time. Finds the head of the Gecko player. Tap onto the spike, looking to draw out Jordo Giraffe, but he cannot win the fight. 3 kills for the Sky and a 6th round for Overlooked. A great attempt there at the clutch, but it's just not quite enough at the end of the day. I mean, Jordo Giraffe, great play in there. Saved the Trailblazer, had it in his back pocket. That was an eco round, by the way. At least I believe it was. It wasn't a full, certainly wasn't a full buy with the amount of sheriffs I saw, but Overlooked, they make it work. And maybe Jordo Giraffe was just saving that Trailblazer. Maybe thinking, oh, it's an eco round. Let's just conserve our utility, but really, really great play from Overlooked to realize, hold on a second, we've got a chance at winning this. Let's send it. And it rewards them with so much. Ace, I believe, should be getting this orb, should be getting that showstopper online, and I don't know if they'll choose to just hit that go button now that they've seen that barrier mesh come out. But there's no Cypher Trips on site this time. Maybe Heinzu will reveal that, having destroyed that. Spy cam and the trap wire removed. So maybe Overlooked can feel a little bit more confident going into that B site, knowing that the Cypher likely won't be there. So they do have full control over long. They've just waited that barrier mesh out, so it's not really too much to hold them back. Of course, there will be a molly that can be sent out, the incendiary, a little bit of spam through the smoke, and now they send it. It's just going to be a TP. Some boy will be waiting though. Flash sent out. The blind is too far ahead of the team. Some boy picks up 2, traded eventually by Jordo. But is it worth it? 2 for 1. They do have the sight, but these players are so ready. You can see Rossi's already snuck forward, and I don't know if Overlooked are ready for this. Heinzu looking to try and secure a trade eventually, just pushing through the smoke. He does get rewarded. And the deadlock wasn't quite ready. Not ready for the trade. So this will be a 2v4 if they manage to pull it off, but I mean, you're still not favored. Heinzu fighting forward. Ronin's managed to get 1. But 80 HP, not much of a chance at all. And Exto Gaming are looking to close this gap. Make it as close as possible. Heading into the second half of Bind. As what a game it has been so far. That round. Maybe returning to a little bit more of a sense of normality. Overlooked stepping over themselves a little bit there. The Sky Flash was great. Good to send that guiding light out to try and make sure that, well, you know, that you're safe, that, you know, you can clear out that area. But unfortunately it's sent a little bit too early. Or at least the rest of the team was just too far ahead. And that's how Somboy gets away with getting 2 kills. I believe that was definitely what ultimately won them the round. But hold that thought. Rossi has managed to pick Ace right out of the sky. Eventually traded, but that's an ultimate that's not going to find any value. Heinzu now working his way forward. Jordo has been removed by Somboy. Trying to hold his ground here in Showers, not letting go of the space. And he will be able to stay here, not be flushed out. The spike has gone down. Now Ronin, the grab net is good. Do they clear? And they don't! He had a judge! But still doesn't manage to win out that close range fight. Ronin, how are you alive? I didn't even realize you could wallbang that, and Heinzu comes out behind! Once again, it all happens in a moment. Overlooked. Pull ahead 7-5 at the half. And I mean, you really have to give it to them. Heinzu is probably the reason that they have an advantage at all here. He's 22-9. He's almost had 2 kills every single round for an entire half on Viper. He's doing everything. And I mean, if Ace starts stepping up, I mean, the rest of his team is negative. No one else on his team has a positive kill-death ratio. This is absolutely absurd. And I mean, we know Ace can do well. And Jordo Giraffe, he's had his moments. Everyone has had their moments and Overlooked. It feels like any of them can win a round, but if they all start shooting back, Overlooked, they're certainly a dangerous team. Gotta look out for them here. But right now, this defensive setup will be squashed a little bit. Surrounded maybe in the shower. They're gonna have to fight forward, feeling the pressure from behind. As Ace whiffing the shots as Kyun eventually comes out on top, and that's the hold. Completely demolished. As Exto Gaming looking to bring us closer here by winning this pistol round.
Spike planted.
And they're certainly looking to be in a good spot for it. 2 versus 4. Though these pistols are volatile, only takes a few headshots and suddenly you flip the script. And of course, with Heinzu still alive, it's anyone's game. Just gonna choose to destroy this barrier mesh. Reveal that they are coming from defender spawn. Heinzu's found the first. Rossi with a quick little peek will bring this down to a 1 versus 3. And like I said, Heinzu has the sheriff. He's been absolutely excellent, but the footwork of Rossi is too much. He cannot adjust his aim in time as This one will be going the way of Exto. And beautiful neon gameplay there. That's what you want to see. Outmaneuvering your opponents. And no matter how good you are, that one's definitely going to be tricky to do when you only have a sheriff. So let's look at that again. Great play from Rossi to get that kill and get right back out. And then just sliding around. Absolutely insane stuff. We'll get straight back into things. He's actually... Oops. He's actually decided to go buy a judge here. I don't think that went through the stream, but I accidentally just started the music. Gave myself a little bit of a scare. We'll have to see what he can do here. That Trailblazer did connect. Unfortunately, Rossi already used the slides just getting into the shower space. I don't think Overlooked want to let go of this. They forced up Sheriff, so definitely opportunities to deal some damage. Chippo just has a classic, but I mean, we'll see. Ace has gotten out a good start, but he's forced to crouch here. I don't know if he'll be cleared, to be honest. I mean, they should know that they've definitely got someone, and now it's revealed. But the flank has found some value. Jodo Giraffe gotten one for his troubles, but now Exto Gaming, they know they can focus their attention on towards the rear, and they will clean up. They'll have 3 alive, and they should be able to buy up. And I mean, some boy looks like he wants to get this done, get this started quick. He's not going to be playing bonus at all. He's forcing up a Vandal. Deadlock, on the other hand, we still don't know who that is.
Go, go, go.
But, of course, with Rossi holding on to that judge. Let's see on the other side of things. Overlooked, 4 out of 5 players have light shields, and, well, the judge, it does numbers on light shields. Quite easy to remove people from the round in just one shot. So, definitely have to exercise some caution here if you're Overlooked. Should know that Rossi still has a judge. So if he goes sliding into backside, Ronan could be in trouble, that's for sure. But for now, Rossi will just be inserted here in showers, and the rest of the team is going to go exploring elsewhere on the map. Clearing down short with this Trailblazer.
Scout destroyed.
So it will eventually be revealed. So now fast. Just pick up this angle. Make sure that all of Overlooked is held a little bit deeper on the site. And I did say earlier that Exto Gaming were going to be exploring elsewhere on the map, but at the moment it really only looks like some boy's the one doing that. So, well, it's a bit of an off angle there. A lot of damage coming through from Heinzu. Maybe unexpected there. Unlucky almost that he didn't get a kill. I mean, certainly wasn't looking that direction. But now the hit has come out on the site, where there's quite a lot of players waiting, and I mean, the spike hasn't gone down. A lot of utility to try and stop them. But Frost will eventually get it down. One TP's come around the rear, and Kyun watching for it. It's going to be something to be aware of, but some boy flanks on flanks has managed to convert. And now Rossi has this judge sliding forward. He's spotted the last ace. Surrounded. And finally, Exto with the... Jeez, excuse me. First time this game, Exto are going to pull ahead. And almost immediately Overlooked. And a call for a pause. So yeah, it's the first timeout we've seen this game. It is a feature that we do have. Timeouts are enabled this tournament. So we'll see what the coach has to say. See what the adjustments will be. As I mean, that is a bonus round conversion, which, I mean, feels like we've seen pretty often. I can't recall if Overlooked were able to convert their bonus. I believe they did win the pistol in that first half. But I know they definitely got off to a good start. But now as the sides have swapped, you'd think Double Sentinel would do better on the defense, but as it turns out, we've seen actually quite a few times, even on the international stage, it can be a real problem to deal with in those post plants. If you can get that bomb down, the double sentinel makes the retake so hard. Really messes with the timings that you maybe get used to while you're scrimming. And now that the rounds are starting to go up for Exto, you really have to look at the rest of Overlooked. I mean, sure, you could maybe make an excuse that Heinzu was stealing all the kills in that first half. But eventually the rest of the team will have to start contributing as well, putting up some numbers. Of course, this is just an eco round here. But certainly not a good start. Talk about Heinzu. The man's pushed all the way up here. Out of hookah. I mean, he pinged the trip. Well, no, that trip's actually over on Fountain. The ping, sorry, not the trip. So, maybe not aware that it's there. But Zomboy, diligent as ever, is just holding for this. As, well, shots exchanged. A trap wire destroyed. And now the hit is gonna get started. Gonna come all the way over towards A. Two players holding in hookah, and Rossi's found the first. Still has a slide available. Not even going for it. Swap into the sidearm. And he's absolutely demolished them. Now that spike should be planted anytime now. There it goes. I believe the spike was passed over to Kyun. Now one off the Seekers. For Jordo and Heinzu. Do you just go for some exits? I mean, the economy of EXG is well out of control at this point. Maybe just go down to the spike. Might try and make sure they don't have those ults online. Let's see, the deadlock was holding there for a second. Swing out. Heinzu, once again, making that sheriff work. But Rossi wants this kill. Smells the blood. He's going to be sliding in. Doing the moves once again. As Heinzu left to sit and weep. So, seeing a message in the chat. It's not going to come through onto stream, but Heinzu knows, not again. It's all friendly though at the end of the day. Good show of sportsmanship. He knows it. Rossi's just having a bit of fun. No BM at all, but I mean, definitely can't deny that that's a great start for Exto Gaming here. Winning the bonus. Converts into a 4th round in a row. And now for Overlooked. Really gotta be careful. As Rossi's snuck his way into the TP. Not a position the attackers normally find themselves in this early. So if anyone does take that TP at any point, it's gonna be dangerous. But I don't think they'll be going for it, as Zomboy has just been removed on the other side of the map, so not really any reason to take the TP for now. Ace, feeling some pressure, blinded up, he's run straight into the wall, but he does escape. And now no one's in the TP, so not going to be any opportunities for any funny business. The Trailblazer was sent through, so they're definitely not going to be taking it. Not for now, at least, but Rossi sliding in. Ace, finally, coming online. Foster's found his way into the back site with the spike. Not too sure how that happened, but certainly not going to be planting anytime soon as Ace. A triple on the round, a flawless for Overlooked. It's exactly what the doctor ordered. As that's going to boost their economy, boost the confidence as well. And for Ace, you have the showstopper online now, looking to snowball that performance from last map. And maybe join Heinzu up in the ranks of the 20 kills. Certainly possible. Possible for quite a few players, actually. Look at Rossi and whoever our mystery deadlock is. Certainly opportunities. Once again, proactive over towards the extremities of the map. This time it's B long. There's plenty of players around. Ace holding this angle. Is he ready for Rossi? It didn't look like Rossi was pre-aiming that at all, but now spotted. He might just be forced to TP, stunned up, and he somehow manages to convert the kill. Rossi, I don't know why he didn't commit. Now Ace is just wreaking havoc on them. He knows where Foster is. He knows he's trapped. Has the paint shells that he might be able to send out, but a wide swing will eventually take Ace out of the round. But Jordo Giraffe trades straight back. With the Seekers sent. Now, Overlooked should know, but there's still quite a few players. I say quite a few. There's only 2 remaining, but definitely some presence over towards B long still. It's Kyun slowly creeping forward. But Jordo is just choosing to fall back, play with his teammates. You can even let them get away with the plant here. Just let that flank come in. Let them waste their utility as they are now. Trailblazer, try and get some of this info. But a barrier mesh in their face is not going to let it go any further. As now the Annihilation sent out. And for Ronin, he's going to be stuck in the open. And he will escape though. Deadlock, maybe not knowing the mechanics of their own agent, as if you send out that barrier mesh, the Annihilation can't go through it. And it just gives Ronin a free way back into the round. He doesn't even take a lick of damage. Maybe looking for a little bit of redemption. The Deadlock's going to go around the back. And it doesn't look like anyone's watching for it. This could be everything. He's found one. But traded by Jordo. Still in a great position, especially with this flank coming out. But it looks like Kyun is aware, having seen that mosh pit. He knows that there's someone in hookah, but Jordo, what a belting shot to convert that round and bring us back to a tied game. This is what we wanted to see. A close game today. This has to be one of the closest we've seen so far here in the upper bracket.
Here.
Evenly matched as ever, 9-9. It's great teamwork from Overlooked. Thought for a second that could fall apart. It was just a little bit more trigger discipline on our mystery Deadlock. I'm just gonna keep calling them that. Kind of has a ring to it, but you know, if they just waited a second longer, almost certainly would have been rewarded with 2. Instead, it's just a trade. And then Jordo. Seems that every now and then he just pulls a round out of his hat. He just has that clutch play that brings Overlooked that little bit closer to a victory. And we'll have to see if he can continue his performance. Trailblazer sent out will be removed. But certainly presence noted. That being said, it's a big piece of utility to be using so early. Just the presence alone draws out the sky smokes, but looks like Exto, they might want to press go on this. And Ronin is certainly in a tough place. Sliding forward is Rossi, but the crouch will not take away your crosshair placement. An ace, okay. Sending the showstopper through the TP, but straight into an orbital strike, and Kyun, I don't know how he managed to do that. I don't know how the showstopper didn't get a single kill. There was so many people waiting. But Exto, ults be damned, they've come out on top in this one, that's for sure. Now just a 2v4. Do Overlooked go for this? Like I said, this double sentinel can be so difficult to deal with in these post plants. When there's only 2 players, what do you do? I mean, you both have to come from heaven, which means you have to drop out. There might be a sonic sensor underneath. There's a wall in your face. I mean, it's dealt with, but so much time has already been brought, sorry, and well, maybe you go for an exit or 2, but you can maybe see it. They're going back towards defender spawn. Yeah, they're out of here. They're not doing anything. Nothing was given to them. Just one exit. Fast going down at the last second, but it's Exto Gaming replying straight away, and they found Hanzo as well, taking that TP. Jordo will hold on to a rifle, but I mean, what's the buy like? Do they still have money? They do actually. And Jippo, that's an interesting one. Going for an operator. Actually, a very odd economic situation all around. Jordo still has 6,000 credits left in the bank. I don't know why he's not buying one of his teammates. Oh, he is. Okay, Heinzu is going to be the one to receive some financial support.
Here.
I was going to say, it's quite crazy that one player managed to get so much money, whereas you have 2 players that are, you know, pretty much broke. By the way, once again, proactive play here, looking for this orb. If he collected, now Jippo has his ultimate. He's going to be staying on this line with the operator, whereas on the other side of the map, that's where all the action's happening. Well, it's not much, it's just guiding lights traded back and forth, information gathered, but not really anything happening just yet. Just the push and pull of this default as well. That Trailblazer didn't see much, just a flash, but at least reveals that there's at least 1 or 2 extra players here. I believe they saw the Brimstone. So maybe a little bit suspicious. Gonna send out another flash, get a little bit more info. They know someone's still there. But it's just Rossi. He's been inserted quite a few times. Whereas now, Exto, they're gonna be going back to the other side of the map. Whether it's a fake or whatever, it doesn't matter. Jippo's there, ready and waiting, and Ronan peeking into 2, comes out with 1. Now it will just be hidden towards the A site, feeling like they've dealt with this hold enough. Jippo forced back, the man with the operator, but he also has the thrash that he can send forward. This will be a great time to do it too. There it comes. Overlooked. Have the numbers advantage. Player on bench and Jordo Giraffe. He deals with them as the thrash unfortunately won't find anyone. But peeking forward, Kyun, hold on a second. He's made this doable. His ace doesn't know where to look. The Seekers revealing the positions of these retakers. They stalled for just a second. Just Kyun, the only one remaining now. He'd have to get a 4-piece on this round, and he cannot do it. Surrounded, cornered. We're tied once again. Tit for tat. We go back and forth as both teams now reach double digits. And like I said, closer than ever. Couldn't hope for anything better. I mean, this is the last game that we will be having tonight, but it's gonna be timeout. Okay, interesting. Exto Gaming feeling the pressure. I mean, let's talk about Jippo, the man with the operator. Like I said earlier, early presence over towards Shower, got the thrash online, and then just stuck on that angle. He knew for his team that that's what he needed to do. Simple job. Hold the line. He holds it perfectly, gets a kill, and then the thrash. Great value clearing out towards Shower, and even though it doesn't detain anyone, really pushed that final player, escapes me who it was, but pushed them into that corner where they were easily overwhelmed. Maybe got a little bit stickier in a second there. I mean, Kyun got 2 seemingly out of nowhere, but I don't know. We'll see what the adjustment is. I mean, overlooked. Seems that they found somewhat of an answer in this operator. We'll have to see if it plays a big part in this next round. Timeout expiring, so the coaches won't be able to talk anymore. But 10 seconds still in this pre-round. There'll be all these players will be looking to find their positions. As for Overlooked, it's almost fairly extreme. You can see how far up they are, looking to push the barrier. Over on B, guiding light sent out. I don't think that saw anything. So maybe the players on the A side should know that there's people coming. Ronan's found the first. Rossi peeking just ahead of anyone, really. No utility to support. This is falling apart for EXG. Off a timeout, this can't be your round. Kyun surrounded some players eventually to support, but Kyun's so low. Fall to a stiff breeze, really. And Heinzu, it's just going to be sitting in this TP. So many players there. Jippo's fallen. The toxic wall comes out. But unfortunately removed immediately, so suddenly gone back to an even 3 versus 3. But like I said, Kyun is so low. But if Ronan pushes the issue here, this player's waiting. He won't be favored at all. Maybe looking to take the spike elsewhere on the map. Both teams letting go of the Showers control. Trailblazer sent out. Calling the bluff on that Sky Smoke.
30 seconds left.
As Exto Gaming, they should know that there was no one left behind in Showers. Ace, we'll just fall back, get topped up on health. I don't think there's really much of an option here. EXG have to press go now. Ronan is holding the line. 4 on the round and an ace! The Brimstone Overlooked, I said it earlier. Everyone has to start coming online, and what a way to do it. An ace! To finally take the lead back. Seemingly out of nowhere, he started the round well, and he finishes even better. Clean shots, there's the first. ADS'd up, clean flicks, and the headshot to finish it off. He didn't need it, but he will take what he is given. That's a big ace to get. Now you have the orbital strike, EXG. You're on an eco round. Overlooked should be favored to get up to 12 first here, but they're fighting down long. It's as a team, fortunately for them. It's Heinzu. Okay, sticky situation there. 1 HP. I'm just going to fall back for now. Ace is going to fill that space, but I think they know they've got the numbers advantage. They've got to fall back now. Just going straight back into Sunboy. They know where he is. He can't quite get back in. The orbital strike won't deal much damage, but still, big advantage for Overlooked. It's just a 3 versus 2 as the Annihilation comes out, and he's actually caught someone. Is Ronin, do you swing out? You do! And now it's just down to a 1 versus 2. No one can free Jordo. This is deadlock. That's maybe a missed wall there.
Sound sensor up.
Do they know that Jippo's gone all the way forward? Spots the last. He's just going to escape for now. Doesn't even take a lick of damage. This be a 1v2. I mean, unlikely situations all around. It's just going to reposition. Sunboy faking the plant. Just the tap. As fortunately for Jippo, his position will be revealed. But he can send that Dizzy through. Get that information. The blind will land. But Sunboy should know where he's coming from. The shot's missed. And it's a thrifty round for EXG. The caster curse coming in crazy. I said Overlooked should be favored to bring it up to 12, but instead we go back and forth again and again. A thrifty round this time from Overlooked. Not from Overlooked, against Overlooked. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Accidentally knocked over something behind me, gave myself a little bit of a scare, but I mean... For Overlooked, fortunately, you have some funds in the bank. It's definitely hurting though. Jippo's forcing it up an operator with no shields. Suddenly it's do or die. I was talking about the orbital strike as well. It was just completely wasted that round. I mean, let's call it how it is. Now, passive hold here on A. Site's going to be gained pretty much for free. Plant denied temporarily. An ace just to hold on to this backside area. Immediately going to deal with that barrier mesh, so that's not going to be a problem for this post plant. But Rossi might be playing very far forward. Jumped down a little bit though. Definitely some damage dealt in the Trailblazer. Looking to clear into this. They should know Rossi's there, but can they clear him? A little bit of run and gun action. Ace is the one to do it. He needs to get a little bit further as Heinzu now back in the game. I don't know if he was blinded there. It didn't look like he was, but he wasn't shooting, that's for sure. There's so many bodies falling here in U-Haul. Fast. Now, going down. It's all down to a 1 versus 1. Jordo stunned up. Another tap into the spike. Stunned again. And the deadlock will follow through. The Sonic senses proving too much. It's Exto to get to 12. And now we look to Overlooked. What's the buy? What's the money like? It's not good. 1 rifle for Ace. And, well, what do? You had the game in your hand. You had it. But now, so close. Do you get 3 judges? No, surely not. Okay, that's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I would respect it. Maybe even 2, but I think maybe logic getting the better of them. But like 1 rifle, is that enough? They can hear where the pressure is coming. It's all up long. They've chosen the wrong position, but Heinzu getting active alongside his teammate. He's going to look to be a quick backstab. And I don't know if Exto are aware of this. Heinzu has got the knife out. He's peeking around. The Seekers reveal his position and he's not able to convert. Is this the final nail in the coffin? Jordo turning around. Util in hand. Fast caught out in the open as well. No one expecting this, but the TP now taken. Communicated to these other players on Overlooked. But the rotates. Does it come in time? Shots missed. A crucial one. Rossi now up on the bench. Looking to hold this retake back. Ronin's filled the space here in U-Haul alongside his teammate of Jippo. Now, showstopper popped. Where do you send this? So many players, but you hit yourself. Everyone's whiffing here in this final potential round. It's this or overtime. Either Exto close out in a close series or we're going again. As now Overlooked are fighting back into the Sunboy spotted. But is the weaponry enough? You only have a Stinger. Now a 2 versus 3 and the Annihilation comes out. The overdrive, it's over. And they just have to face the music. Overlooked. They almost had it, but Exto Gaming pull out the win in the final hour. And it will be 13-11. Heartbreak for Overlooked. As what a game we have just seen. I mean, neck and neck the whole way. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. And that's not all. I mean, Overlooked, they're going to be favored in the lower bracket. Let's say it how it is. They looked dominant. They brought EXG to the limit. And so tomorrow in the lower bracket final, whoever they're up against, they're going to have a tough match. I mean, let's look at the scoreboard now. I mean, Heinzu had an absolute blinder of a game, but unfortunately the rest of his team wasn't quite able to keep up. And for EXG, going into the finals, feeling confident. You were playing with 2 subs, I believe I was told. I don't know who this deadlock is, but they dropped 28 kills. That's quite impressive. I mean, yeah, almost at a loss for words for me, really. But what a day of Valorant we have had. It was just the 2 games that we casted, but I don't know. Maybe we'll be back tomorrow for the lower bracket finals, and of course the finals. Those should be best of 3s, I believe. Maybe the lower bracket finals best of 1 still. I'm not entirely sure, but we're playing for $200 here for the winning team. No prize for second place. Just a pat on the back and say better luck next time. So come back tomorrow to see who will come out on top here in the Valor series here in Oceania. But that is all we have today. GG's to the teams. Overlooked. Nice try, and EXG, congratulations. You're on towards the finals. And yeah, that's all we have today. So come back tomorrow. I've been Atlas. Hope you've enjoyed, and have a great night. We're going to be slowly creeping out. Dasani here should be making first contact as the wall drops. Snaps onto Regen, and another beautiful shot. Catching onto Cats. The 3rd one on the round. 2 players, both of these are low. Both would fall to 1 bullet as Water takes them down. 2 body shots, 2 kills. If they choose to contact into him, this could be dangerous, but Doctor's looking the wrong way. Finally turns at just the right moment, takes down August. Now sliding out through the screens with the stinger. The run and gun action, like I said. Look to the side, Shinobu's been taken down, overwhelmed by the utility from Zupa. Downtail though, 2 wonderful shots and a 3rd. Taken down, massive effort on the site by Downtail. Opting to go for the information for the Owl Drone instead, but Dasani, 2 crisp shots from the flank. Will convert the round for Zoogang, and it will be 6-6 at the half. Immediately popping the run back, and they're going straight through. Yeah, and Water should see this. The first found, a second, the spray transfer, peeking around the corner and finding a 3rd. Water finding a ton of value off of the ultimate. Jin's been waiting here, extremely patient, now starting to move, and the timing is bad for him, as Yuji does manage to take him down, peeking forward with the util in hand. If you go for a little bit more, this is still a 2v4, so not favored, but actually just ahead of the team, and now the showstopper for Dasani is going to be chasing them back, won't connect, but now a 2v3. This is a more winnable situation than a 2v5. Also doesn't change that that's where it came from. Rossi over the top, Dasani plucks him out of the sky. Now position known, the grab net comes out, but it connects onto herself. Oh no. A little bit of a whip from Dynasty, and it's 1v2, but they connect! How on earth have they done that? The spray transfer, Snappy with it, Dynasty wins the 1v2. Absolutely insane stuff after the absolute whipping off that deadlock utility. Should hear the player rotating in from mid, and that should be a free kill. Rossi the first to fall, and now UG peeking forward, finds a second off the stun and a 3rd. Really well played from UG. He just creeped all the way forward, heard the players, and they were just completely unaware. Second shot, the 3rd, extremely clean. Brutal crossfire to get there, Spada bang. I think he was spotted. The knife might come out, 75 damage, but he comes back in. No way! Sure he's hungry for that ace. Haven't seen any just yet today, but I mean, he's peeking out. He gets 4, and he gets the ace. Dasani. Wary that there could be someone close. The Nightfall's going to be invested as well as potentially this lockdown. Doesn't connect on 20, but they didn't realize that Dasani was in the corner. He takes down 3. Dasani is taking his team over the line. Your winners for today will be XG.